Welcome to another installment of the Fantastic Short Story Society, where we take a look at and react to different trailers for movies coming out here on the ISA site and YouTube channel. And today, Caitlin, we've got a very special guest.
Yes, we do. I'm surprised you even invited me back, but now we have an even more special guest.
Yes, well, at the end of each semester, we invite our interns who have been absolutely part of the family, part of the team, an important part of what we do here at the ISA to step from behind the shadows and get on camera. Vikrant, thank you for working with us for the last couple of months. How was it? You survived it.
It's fun. It was fun. I loved working. It was just everything I got to do was fun. Working with you guys was great. Fun.
That was a perfect answer.
Yeah.
You've been media trained.
Nice. And so for people out there who haven't met you, which is, probably most as far as the ISA audience is concerned, because this is your first time on camera, what do you want to do in this world? Where are you going to school? What are your immediate plans? Give us an overview. Who is Vikrant?
Sure. So short little bio. Vikrant, that's my name. I'm currently at LMU. I'm a junior. I am screenwriting major, animation minor, hence this pick. I really want to work on writing for animated projects. That would be my dream. And yeah.
Excellent. And so,
What
yes.
genre do you love?
Genre? I don't think I'm really I like writing more action, more drama. I think that's where I'm drawn to right now. But hopefully I can expand those avenues. Yeah.
And so, yeah, maybe introduce what are we going to be taking a look at today, and why did it jump out to you as the movie you wanted to feature?
Yeah, so the movie we're going to be talking about is The Wild Robot. Back a couple months ago, I actually had to do a presentation for some upcoming animated movies that were for an animation class that we had. This one stuck out to me. I saw that it was based on a book, and I saw like some animated stills, and I was like, this looks beautiful. I really want to check this out. It seems like a very interesting story, and and hearing the reviews, hearing people talk about it, saying it's like really good, it's kind of got me hyped. I'm very excited to see it.
Excellent. And have either of you read the book or heard of the book prior to the movie?
I know nothing about this. Like, who made this? Whose project is this?
All right, well, let's jump into it. It is DreamWorks. It is DreamWorks, and distributed through Universal.
Wait, this was a book?
Yes.
A
kid's book?
I think so.
Okay, I think I do know the book now that I'm like seeing the visual.
All right, well, speaking of the visuals, we jump in. We could start. Let's take a look at the movie poster here. I mean, it is. I love the lighting on it. It's already looks very beautiful. What we're getting out of it, I'm thinking, oh gosh, what is the? You can help me out, animation major. What's the other robot movie with a massive robot?
Sorry. Okay, Iron Giant?
Yes, Iron Giant is what I was thinking of right now, because there's a sensitivity to it. You can tell.
Why did I think of Wall-E?
It definitely gives me Wall-E vibes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I mean, it definitely seems heartfelt. I mean, that's, I think, what I'm getting. I'm not getting story, but it's definitely, I mean, plus with the title Wild Robot, it's a robot in nature, for sure. Maybe trying to become part of nature, I don't know.
I hope there's a friendship with a fox. That's
Yeah.
what it looks to be, some like animal relationships.
Yeah. So the log line's next thing we look at. After a shipwreck, an intelligent robot called Roz is stranded on an uninhabited island. To survive the harsh environment, Roz bonds with the island's animals and cares for an orphaned baby goose. Oh my goodness.
That's so nice. And it's rated PG. Okay, have you done a lot of PG reactions?
Probably not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like we watch a lot of really wild, crazy things on here, so
totally.
It's exciting.
All right. Well, I mean, we're definitely getting the situation. We're getting some character and interaction involvement here. I'm wondering if there's even dialogue, because I mean, I guess it's animation, anything's possible, but it's possible this could be just a completely silent and expression-filled movie.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Interesting. So we always do like to give a little shout out and acknowledge the creator. So Peter Brown is the book author, that name that you see there, and congrats to Peter Brown, because obviously a book he wrote is becoming a huge movie that's coming out right now. Chris Sanders has a huge resume and history with Disney, so it's kind of interesting that after doing a lot with Disney, he's now doing this with DreamWorks. We can see his previous directing work. We have The Croods, How to Train Your Dragon. Those are, I think, also DreamWorks ones. But prior to that, Lilo and Stitch.
Wow.
From a writing standpoint, this is where you really get a lot of the Disney. 1991's Beauty and the Beast, he wrote the story, and Aladdin, the original Lion King, Mulan. So, I mean, he was a heavy hitter for Disney from the writing standpoint.
That's insane. I didn't even know it was like the same person working on all of those.
Right.
That's so cool.
And Lilo and Stitch, I just always have to say that when I first saw the billboard of this little blue monster dude, I was just annoyed. I just thought, oh, this is manufactured cuteness. They created this just so that they could sell those stuffed animals. And then I watched the movie and I loved the movie. So,
and they've sold a lot of stuffed animals.
And they, yes.
I see trees of green and clouds of white, bright blessed day.
Okay, learning from nature. That's cool.
What a wonderful world.
Sometimes, to survive, we must become more than we were programmed to be.
Well, how about that?
That is such a visually stunning movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, tell us, Vicar, what do you think about the animation?
I think it's gorgeous. I just love the colors that they use. I think it's very like I get a lot of emotion from it. It's really, really pretty looking.
Yeah. I mean, I just already am thinking, like, damn you, DreamWorks. You're gonna like. I think there's gonna be a lot of tears in this one, like inspiring, heartwarming tears. Overall, I still want to just keep getting your reaction. I want you to go first to say, is it meeting your expectations? What are you thinking about it overall? Now that we're seeing more of the story now too.
Yeah, I think it's meeting my expectations pretty well. I have not seen the trailer up until this moment, so I think it has a very unique visual style. I think it's, as you said, very heartfelt, very emotional. I think it's very interesting. I thought like kind of him or the robot adapting to the environment, like learning from the animals and then taking care of an animal was very unique. I don't think I've seen that before. And yeah, it just got me very like, if I wasn't excited already, I think I'm pretty excited to see it now.
Yeah. Caitlin, what are your thoughts?
There was no dialogue until the end. So I'm curious if there's going to be dialogue in it.
I think there is, because at the very, very end, we see
they had the list of the cast.
Exactly.
And it's like Pedro Pascal and like all these.
Mark Hamill, I believe. So, okay. Now, like, my guess worked really well for this trailer, but I think it's going to be full of dialogue, full of conversation. So the animals must talk.
Yeah,
So,
maybe it's the animals, and he's
yeah.
kind of. It's hard because none of us read the book, so I'm not sure how the robot interacts. But
Yeah, unless the robot is full of all of these programming video resource files or something like that and can access and learn through that. And that's where we get the voices. But yeah, I'm still very confused or unsure of how that is going to play out because, yeah, they have an all-star cast of voice talent. I don't know. Looking at this trailer, I feel like, do you need it? Because I don't know. There was so much
I feel like
visually
you could just
going
watch
on.
it like that.
Yeah.
like a look, but like going through it.
Yeah,
The
it's almost
beginning was so much
meditative.
more tense than I thought it was going to be.
Mhm.
Like the opening shot was very like tense and kind of, I don't know, they were going at it kind of like a horror, like I was like, what is happening?
That's true. The music could be hugely important if you have the shining music behind it. It has a whole different vibe. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm really, really curious. The worst, we always talk about, will we see this in theaters? And my phobia of seeing a kids movie in theaters is big. So maybe a midnight showing where,
What is the phobia?
being
You're scared of
surrounded
kids?
by little ones that are
Oh,
going to be
okay.
talking through the whole movie.
that is yeah. You're not going to hear the movie.
Right. In which case, maybe a dialogue-free movie would work better,
Are you going to see it in theaters, Vicar? I feel like you're younger.
Oh,
You can go see
I absolutely am. I was talking with a friend like this week. They're like, "Oh, do you want to go this weekend?" And I was like, "Absolutely, yes, I want to."
Is this playing in like IMAX or anything? Like, I feel like it's that kind of movie where it could be.
Possibly. I mean, it's DreamWorks, so they probably have the thing to do that. I'm very curious to see if they do.
The likelihood is low, I would say, because this is also the weekend that Megalopolis opens wide. And that one's also a visual spectacle.
Mhm.
That was a movie that I really was planning or considering doing an episode of this show, reacting to that trailer, until I found out how full of controversy and the bad press around that movie. So I'm still curious about that one big time, but I think distance is a good thing on this one.
That's interesting, though. That's an interesting marketing move on their behalf to like release two very visually dependent movies at the same time.
And there, obviously the counter programming is big because it's not the same audience going to both of these types of movies. So you can, divide an audience without losing anything. So that's kind of a good release strategy. This is a movie also that I feel is going to be so uplifting. You'll feel really good and you'll feel excited about the world around you. Because I feel like that's what it is about, seeing this world through this innocent robot's eyes, discovering these things that we might take for granted because this is the world we live in. It's what we see all the time, or maybe we don't see it all the time. We just look over it all the time. So that's something that's kind of exciting to me is I think it's going to be a very positive movie and the world could always use more of those.
It makes me think about like how we're really dependent on technology and have kind of forgotten about nature. And this is bringing us back into nature through the lens of technology. I don't know if that's what they're going for, but I could see people being like, "Oh, I want to go in the woods now" after watching the movie.
Well, from a writing standpoint, we talk about identifying the themes that you want to have come across in your story, and that could very well be what the writer was originally going for, and now we're elevating it now that it's in this different format.
Mm-hmm.
So I did see when I was on the IMDb page, a little trivia thing. According to writer Peter Brown, the inspiration for The Wild Robot came from a sketch he did of a robot in a tree. He then asked the question, what would an intelligent robot do in the wilderness? So that was the leaping off point, which is very simplistic, honestly, really, when you think about it, because there's no character, there's really no theme. There's just hey, what if this? But I think those then deeper themes that you're talking about, Caitlin, probably popped up as the next round of development.
Yeah. Well, there's just so much you can go from there. It's going to be exciting to see like what it does, how people perceive it.
It's an awkward time, honestly, in the movie release year, because this is when kids are going back to school. So it's not like a summer hit that's going to play for a long time. I think it will play for a long time because there's not usually too many kids movies out at the same time. So it'll linger through the autumn, probably still be around, maybe fading out by Thanksgiving time. But it's a movie release time of year where movies get lost a lot. So I hope this one doesn't get lost because it really does look like a beautiful film.
I'm hopeful that this movie does well. I really think this is a really interesting time for animation. I think we've seen I don't want to say renaissance, but like it's a word that I'll use as like a filler for right now, because we've seen animation being pushed in a creative way. And I think like whether that started with like the Spider-Verse films, and now we see DreamWorks did it with like their Puss in Boots film that was really good. Now they're doing it again with this. I think I'm excited. I'm hopeful that this is a continuing aspect in their future films, that they can kind of keep evolving animation to suffice the storytelling, and like vice versa. And I'm just happy. I'm really happy for it.
That's good, because like even though there are some celebrity voices in this, it doesn't feel like a Shrek type movie that's just trying to go as over the top as possible, as many funny people saying funny things, wackiness. This seems very grounded, and I don't know. I could definitely see little kids being just like overwhelmed by it in a good way.
I literally just had that same thought, Scott. I was like, I feel like this movie is going to attract a lot of adult audiences because it seems very deep and intellectual and visually stunning. And it doesn't have like, usually when you see a trailer for a kid's movie like Shrek or something like that, like you can tell it's a kid's movie because there's all these like physical comedy and over the top jokes and whatever. And this didn't have that. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, there's no oh gosh, I'm trying to remember who Josh Gad was in Frozen, but yeah, there's none of those wacky.
Snowman? Is it a snowman?
Oh yeah, yes, exactly. The melting snowman dude. Like, yeah, there's no characters like that. Obviously, this is not a musical. Also, that can be a little bit more unusual nowadays with children's animation features. There's so often a song, at least a song, if not a full musical. So yeah, I like something a bit more grown up, but still kid friendly, I think. Well, thank you again so much for coming to the ISA and playing with us for the last couple of months. I hope you learned some things, and you always have us in your pocket nowadays. If you need anything, never hesitate to reach out to Caitlin or I or anybody at the ISA. We are all part of the same team now, and that is Team Vikrant. So thank you so much.
We want to hear all your in-depth thoughts on this movie after you see it.
Oh, believe me, there'll be like a paragraph of like
I want 1,000 words on the anime.
Absolutely, will do.
So thank you, and thank you everybody for watching. If there's a movie that you want us to take a look at that's coming up, it doesn't even have to be a movie. It could be something coming out on Netflix or normal television. Whoa, that still exists. Leave a comment and we will get to it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.